Hey everybody, welcome to SETTA'S Place. Today's video is my 2025 temperature blanket update. I have completed all of January. But what happened was, did y'all expect that what happened was so early in the game? Well, I could have been this close to stopping already. And those of you who don't know, me and temperature blankets, yeah, sometimes I make it 3 months, sometimes 6 months, sometimes one time I made it the whole time, even went into the next year. But anyway, so I was determined, or I'm planning on making it the whole year this time. But I was this close to it's done. Let me tell you what happened. Okay. So in the previous video, I showed y'all how much, I think it's like the first 11 days or something like that of what I had completed. Now I'm gonna show y'all a clip. And do y'all remember when I said this? It looks a little, hope I didn't miss a stitch. It looks a little, oh, I'm gonna have to count my stitches down. Look at it, look like I did too. Okay, what happened was, well, let me show you and see if y'all can figure it out. Y'all can guess what happened. Okay, so here is the high for all of January. January 1st through January, oh, Ben's gonna blow my stuff away, 31st. So I showed y'all the beginning part. Yeah, it should have been down here, right here. So my thing was, now this yarn right here, this blue yarn, is thicker than the rest. Like I said, you know, in the video, it is thicker. So I can understand why this is a little bigger. And then this one right here, this orange yarn, it just, when I was continuing on, I was making it and I was doing it. And the more I added, I was like, why is that? That's, I know it's a thinner yarn, but come on. Well, what happened was, in the pattern, you start with half double crochets. You work in the back loop only, and you keep on going. And you keep doing half double crochets. Half double crochets. These are single crochets. These are single crochets. So I switched that to single crochets in the middle. There's somewhere up in here somewhere, maybe even in here. I don't know, but it went to single crochets. So you'll say, well, Setta, when did you notice that you switched to single crochets? January 31st. So on the very last day, the whole strip, I realized I had switched to single crochets. Now, those of you who know me would, I'm like, I'm a fudge it. Just let it be all right. And then you start thinking, well, either you have to continue with a single crochets for the rest of it, but it's this wide, this long rather. You can put the whole frame in it's that wide. I'm like, well, I thought it was supposed to be a little longer than that. That was another thing that got me. I'm like, it was supposed to be a little bit bigger than this. So I said, okay. Oh, let me show you the lows. That's the highs. And here's the lows. See, yeah, here's the lows that I did also, because I was doing two at the same time. And now this one looks a little more even, the sizes of it, because all this yarn isn't as thick as this blue one. But so it didn't throw me off as much. But this one, I kept saying, what? But these is all single crochets from the beginning to the end. I had switched to single crochets and just didn't. So you can see the difference in the length. Let me see. Okay. So you can see, if I put them together, one is completely single and one is half and the rest single. The difference in. So if I'm going to sew these together, I mean, you know, go over and attach, it's not going to work because it's way longer. One is longer because it's half double crochets on it. So I'm like, okay, you have to decide what you're going to do. Because you're doing 2, you're going to have to start all over. All this is just gone to the wind. Well, y'all will be proud of me. I started over. Y'all know me. I texted Terry, Yandre Podcast, and I said, Terry, you'll never guess what I did. And yeah. So, anywho. Okay, now, starting fresh. Let me show you the way it's supposed to look. Okay, doing the half double crochets as per the pattern, the way it's supposed to be, and here we go. Bam! Now you can see, oops, and I still attached because I try to leave it attached as much as possible. Let me see which one's the front. I think this is the front. And as you can see, it's it's a lot longer in the half double crochet. It won't even fit in the screen because the last one was like right here, and to get all the extra. So this is the difference in if I put this all the, let me see, if I put this all the way down here, put them together, that is the difference of doing half double crochets the whole time compared to this one. Now this color got to right here. That's when I went, because I was working on the last few days. That's when I realized on January 31st that I was doing the wrong ones. But anyway, so that's the difference. That's the difference. So I started pulling it out, but I was like, you know what? To the knots and everything, just start over. And that's what I did. So, a little bit more of a better size. And that is the highs. Here are the plains. Okay, let me show you the lows. And here's the lows. I'm liking the lows better. I like this variegated and this blue. Now this is the 20s, y'all. Y'all know we had that code, whatever. You had a 20s here, and then this is with the, look at all the 20s, the lows, all these days. So put it together. So that is how, oops, turn it this way so you can see it better. It is looking. I even had all my ends sewn in and everything. I mean, except for up here, because that's what anyway, all that was sewn in. All these were, anywho. And so here are the new ones. Now, the only thing is this blue, what I did do different, this blue right here, since it is way thicker than the rest of the yarns, I used a 4mm hook. When I get to this dark blue, I changed to a 4mm, and as you can still see, it's a little bigger than the others, but it wasn't as prominent as in the other ones. And I'm using a 5.5 for the rest of the yarn, and I switched to a 4 when I get to this one, and so the stitches come out a little more, you know, it looks a lot better, a little more even. Let's see, is this the top? Yeah. And but yeah. So, I did decide to do 2, because I remember I was trying to decide to put them together, sew them together. But I'm going to do 2 separate ones. And someone in the comments said, just when you make your 2 separate ones, and then sew them together at the end. I'm going to do that, and then border them, you know, put it together, and then make a border. Then I have it twice as long or wide or whatever. So, that's what happened. Aren't you proud of me? I actually started over. And because it's so small, the rows are so small, I did both of these over in the same evening because I didn't even start on finishing it up till later in the night. And I sat and just did both of these. And so that will help me, I think, to finish it, because it doesn't take long. Even if you didn't do the whole month, you could sit and do the whole month in a setting, in just a little bit. It wasn't bad at all. And so I gotta, and all these ends I'm thinking about, I might just crochet over these instead of trying to sew them in, but I don't know, it depends on how I feel. And I did carry the yarn, which she said not to do. But because you could see like a little bit of the color coming through, she says, but I'm okay with that. So I carried, a lot of the yarn sometimes, and I'll just crochet over it when I sew them together. I'll try to catch that loose one into the thing. But anyway, I'll figure it out. But anyway, it is, let's see, what's the degrees? Right now, it is 77 degrees. Yoo-hoo! And it's supposed to get to 79 and a low of 45 for today. That's what I'm talking about. I wear my short sleeve shirts. I don't have no more jackets. But anyway, so that is the saga of the temperature blanket. All right, y'all. I'm not going to keep y'all. I try to work on it about every 3 days. I let 3 days pass, and then I work on a bulk of the colors, and then just go from there. Now, what am I going to do with these? I don't know. Maybe I'll make a headband or something, because that's a lot of work. And either sew them together and make a headband, or that's too wide to go around. I don't know. I have to do something with it, because and in memory, and to tell how proud I am of myself that I did not quit in January. On February 1st, I didn't quit. So I'm gonna do something. For my wall with the rest of my little shapes and stuff. I'll do something with it. All right. I guess that is it for today. There's Sky. You come out to see me, Sky. Can y'all see her? Oh, nope. But anyway, maybe the next video. All right, I'll talk to you later, and have a blessed day.